Hey there, lovely souls. Welcome to my channel Magnetize Official. Today we're diving into the fascinating realm of energy dynamics and relationships, exploring how our connections can sometimes evoke feelings of jealousy or envy. As we journey through this topic, we'll uncover the importance of stepping into our own light, embracing forgiveness, and fostering reciprocal relationships that uplift and support us. We often find ourselves navigating through hidden emotions, whether it's our own or those from others around us. It's essential to recognize these feelings and understand that they can influence our connections. We'll also touch on how forgiveness serves as a powerful tool for healing, not just for those who may have hurt us, but primarily for ourselves. Some of these insights feel especially relevant for those of you navigating a twin flame journey, or if not that, then a deep, intense soul contract or connection in this lifetime. It's hard to explain, but I'm already getting a bit emotional as I share these messages. They're so deeply charged for whoever needs to hear this right now. The energy I'm picking up on is full of powerful imagery around an ego death, almost like laying a part of yourself to rest, whether it's a past version of you, a relationship, or the old dynamics of a connection with someone. But with this letting go comes the energy of rebirth, something being resurrected, brought back to life. And honestly, I feel like it's you who's coming back to life. For someone listening, I sense that you've gone through a period of deep isolation, almost like you were in hermit mode. It seems closely tied to a very intense soul contract or connection, but your guides want you to know that this time of solitude wasn't wasted, not at all. It was absolutely essential for your growth and healing. During your time in hermit mode, you were experiencing a powerful spiritual activation that could only unfold in the stillness, darkness, and solitude. But now, the phases of your life have shifted, and I sense you feeling this new energy pulling at you. A fresh chapter is beginning. Whether it's a new connection or a new version of yourself, there's something stirring within you, prompting questions like, can I trust this new path? Can I embrace this new person I'm becoming? Is it safe to step into this new stage of my life, which feels so different from what I've known? I want to share an important message with you. You can't put yourself back in that cage. You can't squeeze back into the box you've outgrown. For someone listening, there may be something outdated in your life, something that once served you deeply, but now feels restrictive, like a box you've expanded beyond. Only you can identify what that is for you. It could be a past relationship or a certain dynamic that has changed. Even if that connection is still present, the box represents a previous phase that is now transforming, and the way it manifests in your life is going to look very different moving forward. Whatever this means for you, it's important to recognize that you've outgrown that stage of your life. It served its purpose beautifully, but going back isn't an option anymore. You've felt this truth resonate within you because each time you try to squeeze back into that box, it becomes increasingly clear that it just doesn't fit. You've expanded too much for that. This new phase of your life, this new version of yourself that's been pulling at you so strongly, is your intuition nudging you forward, letting you know it's time to embrace this transformation. I'm feeling a strong urge to pull some cards right now, because this message is important for someone listening. Here, we have the indecision card, and I'm hearing between life and death. Of course, metaphorically speaking. You may be feeling stuck in a limbo state, where the death we're referencing symbolizes the ego death you've experienced. This is the phase that can no longer support your growth. While that previous version of you was valuable and loved, it's time to shift and move beyond it. Remember, By allowing yourself to outgrow those past versions, you honor their contributions to your journey. With the cornucopia card appearing, the choice before you is whether to fully embrace the manifestation of all your heart's desires. That magnetic pull you're feeling toward new experiences, the freshness that feels like a breath of fresh air, the warmth, passion, and excitement is guiding you toward realizing so many of your dreams. During your time in isolation, in that hermit mode, you were energetically crafting your visions. You sent your desires out into the universe, whether through articulated thoughts, vivid imagery, or simply a deep knowing in your soul. This dream life you envisioned, this ideal timeline, was born during that period. However, it was out of reach until you completed your spiritual activation. I sense that this activation has now come to fruition. For you, it might feel unsettling because you've grown used to operating in a certain way, be it in your relationships, career, or other aspects of life. And even though something new is beckoning you, there might still be that lingering question. Is it safe to trust this? Can I truly move forward? That's where we'll kick off today's reading. Let's dive in and see what else unfolds. First up, we have the Victory card, which signifies a significant breakthrough on your journey. Alongside it is the woman holding a coin in reverse, highlighting the release of insecure patterns and tendencies. The beautiful thing about this shift is that these insecurities don't actually stem from you. You're learning to let go of the urge to shrink yourself to be understood by others. You're no longer molding yourself to make insecure individuals feel less triggered or more comfortable. Instead, you're stepping into your power, allowing people to respond to you as they will because you're confident in the energy you radiate and the person you are becoming. You embody unconditional love, and those who feel triggered by your presence are being given a chance to transform through their connection with you. This has been a monumental breakthrough for you. I'm sensing a powerful message here. You're done worrying about what others think or how they react to you. This shift is crucial for stepping into your ideal timeline or dream life, the manifestation of all those dreams and desires that are finally within reach. Let's explore what else I can channel about this ideal timeline. First off, we have the World card in reverse. What I'm sensing here is that there are certain individuals in your life who haven't been able to grow alongside you. These may be people who feel triggered by the way you embody unconditional love in your daily life. Some of them might even feel subconsciously envious because they see you creating, living, and thriving in ways they desire for themselves but aren't pursuing. It's intriguing to note that the connections you're meant to have right now should be harmonious and reciprocal. Your spirit guides and higher self are actively preventing you from forming long-term bonds, whether in friendship, business, or romance, with those who can't match your energy and continue to expand alongside you. As you transition into this ideal timeline, it's essential to remember that some people simply can't accompany you on this journey. Their inability to grow and move forward with you doesn't reflect your energy or worth. It highlights their own triggers, stemming from your empowered self-love. Consider it a form of divine protection, shielding you from connections that don't reciprocate your energy or support your growth. Divine protection is now actively at work in your life. As you express your truth and stay in tune with your authentic energy, particularly through your throat chakra, you naturally radiate an energy that helps disperse those who aren't aligned with their own truth. This means that anyone who is deceitful, manipulative, or simply not honest with themselves will find it increasingly difficult to remain in your space. You invite others to connect with their own truth, but not everyone will be ready to accept that invitation. It's important to note that this isn't a one-time event. It's a continuous spiritual journey into deeper layers of authenticity. What's fascinating is that you can connect with anyone who is willing to grow, expand, and dive deeper into their own self-exploration, regardless of where they currently stand. It's less about their starting point and more about their daily commitment to personal growth. I know this might sound a bit unconventional, but here's the essence. The people drawn to you and capable of maintaining a genuine connection are those who are actively growing, expanding, and exploring their inner selves. It doesn't matter where they seem to be on their spiritual or life journey. All that matters is their willingness to dive deeper. You might find yourself connecting with souls who resonate at different frequencies and levels of spirituality, but they all share one crucial trait. They are actively seeking to connect with their true selves. Regardless of their current state, these individuals are committed to uncovering their most authentic nature, and that shared drive is what fosters a meaningful bond with you. It's that feeling of stagnancy, the decision to stop growing or exploring, that pushes people away from your life. If you've noticed the departure of individuals over the past year who just couldn't keep up with your growth, it's important to understand that their exit wasn't a reflection of you. In a way, though, it was all about you. With the Temple Path card in play, you've been aligning deeply with your true self and evolving at an incredible pace. The only ones who can keep up are those willing to commit to their own journey of spiritual growth and expansion. Unfortunately, not everyone is ready for that, but the ones who are will naturally gravitate toward you. So, don't be surprised if new faces appear in your life unexpectedly. Friends, business partners, or even romantic interests, depending on what you're seeking. These encounters aren't mere coincidences, they're signs of alignment with your evolving energy. Embrace these connections as part of your journey. Absolutely. While it may be rare to find those who are truly committed to the journey of ongoing spiritual growth, you're drawing those exceptional individuals into your life with remarkable force. Let's reshuffle the cards and see what more we can uncover about your alignment with your truest self, especially with the Temple Path card still in play. I'm sensing orbs of light, which might hold special significance for someone listening right now. What else wants to come through? I'm picking up on the theme of stepping up. This could be someone stepping up for you, or it could indicate you rising into something new. I'm visualizing a staircase, and the message is all about progression and elevation. We also have the Healer of the Ages appearing upright. If you resonate more with your divine feminine energy, this could point to a masculine figure who is stepping up both spiritually and materially. There's a lovely balance here. They're not just growing spiritually, they're also making tangible strides in the physical world. This person feels a deep psychic connection to you and is spiritually aligned with your journey. When you're around them or engage in conversation, you might notice a profound sense of upliftment and healing in your energy. It's truly magical. This is a key way you'll recognize the person we're discussing if this resonates with you. Whoever they are, with the Happy Family card in play, they are genuinely seeking a long-term, stable connection with you, and they're ready to step up to that challenge. I'm also picking up on strong, consistent communication coming from this person, especially with the throat chakra upright, indicating clear and open dialogue in the physical realm. Your vulnerability and openness don't scare them away. Instead, they find it deeply inspiring and intriguing. Your spirit guides are sharing insights on how to identify this individual, whether they're already in your life or about to enter it. This connection could be romantic, platonic, or even professional, but what stands out is their desire for ongoing, meaningful communication. They're the type who takes the initiative in reaching out, drawn to your authenticity and willingness to be open rather than feeling intimidated by it. With the woman holding a heart card, there's a masculine energy wanting to convey, divine, feminine, you have my heart. This person is approaching you with a sense of exclusivity as this energy resonates with the sacral chakra. What I'm picking up is a message of deep attraction. You're the only one on my mind. No one else compares to you because you have my heart completely. If you resonate with the divine feminine energy, you'll likely feel this connection on a psychic level. As the divine feminine, you embody the essence of the High Priestess, intuitively connected and guided. You have a remarkable ability to sense when someone approaches you with pure intentions versus when their energy feels off or distracted. A significant part of your journey has been about reclaiming your intuition and no longer second-guessing your spiritual insights. This wisdom is naturally woven into your being, and you can feel it resonating throughout your entire body. Trust those instincts, even if they don't always seem to make sense logically. A significant part of building your self-trust has involved recognizing the confirmations you've received for those intuitive feelings and insights, even for dreams that seem to come out of nowhere. You might have sensed things without any logical reason, but as time has unfolded, you've started connecting the dots. You're seeing how those moments of intuition align with the physical evidence that has appeared to validate them. We might call these self-trust exercises, and they've been guided by your spiritual team, helping you delve deeper into trusting your own intuition. If this message resonates with you, know that the masculine energy entering your life checks all those intuitive boxes. Trust your gut. If there's a masculine, or anyone in your life, who feels off in some way, your intuition is picking up on something important about that connection. This is your moment to stop questioning what your heart knows, even if your mind hasn't fully caught up yet. We've got the victory card and the strategy card, both positioned at the root chakra, linking this connection to the physical world while also tapping into the subconscious mind. If you're thinking of a specific masculine in your life, though this may not apply to everyone, get ready for them to have a significant breakthrough regarding you and your connection. This revelation will inspire them to start making concrete plans for how the two of you can move forward together in the physical 3D realm. I keep hearing the word leader, which could mean this person holds a leadership role in some capacity. It might also suggest that you should allow them to take the lead in this connection, giving them the space to step up, have their breakthroughs, and drive things forward. With the strategy card also connected to the third eye, it's clear that their planning is deeply rooted in their intuition. Their instincts are guiding them through this process, leading to these exciting breakthroughs. When you first met or made a conscious connection, this person needed some time and space to let the energy settle and process everything that was happening. Now, or very soon, it looks like processing has paid off, and a breakthrough is on the horizon for them. So what exactly is this breakthrough about you or your connection? With the Knight of Swords reversed, I'm sensing a sense of urgency. I need to act fast to seize this opportunity. The Six of Pentacles suggests that balance is key in your connection, specifically a balance between giving and receiving. What stands out here is that this person genuinely wants to give back to you. They feel like they've received a spiritual or energetic gift from you, and now want to reciprocate it through tangible actions or communication in the physical world. What is this spiritual gift that this person feels they've received from you? With the Six of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, I'm sensing something interesting. A vision of a fox, which might resonate with someone here. It seems this person believes that ever since they met or connected with you, their life has taken a turn for the better. They might not fully understand where this feeling is coming from, but they definitely sense a positive shift. For some of you, this connection could be relatively new, while for others who have been connected for a while, they may have noticed a pattern. When they're more in tune with you and your energy, everything in their life seems to flow more smoothly. They observe that events align more favorably and opportunities appear as if by magic. They're starting to realize that this isn't just luck or coincidence. These positive changes are closely tied to their connection with you. Why is this transformation happening for this person? A strong message about intuition is coming through. It's as if they feel such a deep connection to you that their third eye chakra is more active than ever. This chakra is the hub of intuition, and this connection is not only helping them realize the importance of not missing this opportunity with you, but it's also shining a light on other aspects of their life where they may have been out of touch with their intuition in the past. The reason this masculine's life is starting to improve is that the soul connection they feel with you is supercharging their intuition. This heightened intuition enables them to make more aligned decisions across all areas of their life. While they may not have consciously pieced everything together just yet, they're beginning to see that their connection with you is attracting positive changes and new opportunities into their world. This sentiment is beautifully echoed in the Happy Family card, where I can hear them saying, "I want you in my life forever." Positioned on the crown chakra, this card symbolizes their wish for this connection to last indefinitely. It's like they're expressing, "I never want this to end." They truly cherish the uplifting energy exchange you share, recognizing how your presence enhances their life in such a meaningful way. Now, let's reshuffle and see what other insights come through for everyone tuned into this reading today. What more can I channel for all you beautiful souls? We have the Imrama card, which prompts the question, where are you being called to journey to? I sense a message about history, a place that holds significant stories and memories. Perhaps someone here feels drawn to explore a specific time period or visit a location rich in history. If this resonates, it could be a powerful form of spiritual activation for you. By visiting such a place, there's something about ley lines coming through. You may activate your own energetic field, unlocking new soul gifts, psychic abilities, or a deeper spiritual understanding. Even simply researching a particular historical era can catalyze this activation. So if you've been curious about a specific time or place, trust that it's part of your spiritual journey. I feel we're also going to dive deeper into ley lines and a unique type of lightworker known as a grid worker, which I've touched on before in our discussions. A grid worker is someone who feels a strong pull towards specific geographical locations, not only to receive spiritual energy from these places, but also to give back. When a grid worker visits a particular site, they infuse their energy into that point on the planetary grid. This process helps to strengthen, shift, or uplift the collective energy in some way. If this isn't about a geographical journey for you, it could very well be an internal one. You might feel drawn to research something new or explore a part of yourself that's calling for attention. It's a great time to pay attention to those nudges and follow the feelings that guide you in a certain direction. We also have the mirror card, which poses the question, who or what is triggering you? For some of you, certain triggers may be surfacing, especially related to the throat chakra. I'm picking up on the phrase, triggering silence. It's not always someone's words that spark a reaction. Sometimes it's the silence itself. Perhaps someone has been unresponsive or holding back from communicating, Let's dive deeper into this idea of triggering silence. I'm sensing the message, let it grow in its own time. If there's someone or a connection in your life that has been quiet, whether it's a budding relationship or something you're hoping to nurture, remember that this is just the beginning of what it could become. Trust in the timing and allow for growth. Silence often means someone is processing the energy they've received from you. Give them the space they need. Leave the ball in their court. Let them work through the energy from your previous conversations, and they'll take the next steps when they're ready. This could be an important reminder for you. Now, let's take a look at the jealousy card. It suggests that you might be attracting some envy from others, something that feels a bit hidden or beneath the surface. I'm hearing the phrase, step into the light, encouraging you to focus on your own brilliance rather than on those who linger in the shadows. Additionally, the message of forgiveness heals you, forgiveness is for you, is coming through. There might be someone from your past, or perhaps a jealous individual that you're being called to forgive. Remember, this forgiveness isn't about them. It's about releasing the energy you've been investing in that situation. Letting go of this will help you feel lighter and free to move forward. Instead, concentrate on nurturing relationships that are mutually supportive, those where the giving and receiving are balanced. One of the most common questions I hear about the twin flame journey is, does the divine masculine always return? I want to give you a clear answer, but I also want to dive a little deeper into the heart of this question. The twin flame journey, as you know, is truly the journey of one soul. The truth is, the divine masculine cannot fully return while you're still searching for answers to that question. Here's why. This journey is an energetic dance, a dance of one soul that transcends the physical world. It's all about finding balance and harmony within. This balance starts with the divine feminine. When the divine feminine fully steps into her power and balances her own inner masculine and feminine energies, she creates a beautiful inner union. It's a state of pure, unconditional love, where you align with your soul's purpose, master your emotions, embrace your unique gifts, and feel deeply rooted and grounded in the present moment. Only from this place of inner alignment does the path for the divine masculine to return naturally unfold. For many of you, it's probably clear that I'm referring to that powerful Kundalini activation, the flow of energy that moves through each of your chakras. As you might already know, these chakras are the energetic centers or life force vortexes within you. On this twin flame journey, Shakti, the divine feminine creative energy, rises and moves through these centers, clearing out blockages, releasing old patterns, and aligning you with your original soul blueprint. When you stop running from yourself and fully show up, embracing your energy and learning to balance and transform that shared energetic field, that's when Shakti fully shows up. At that point, you realize you're no longer running from yourself, and as you stop running from yourself, you stop energetically chasing the divine masculine. When you stop chasing, the divine masculine stops running too. This shift forces them to look inward, face their own truths, and find balance in the shared energy between you both. This entire journey is a dance of one soul, your soul. So, when people ask if the divine masculine always returns, the simple answer is yes. The divine masculine does return. However, for some, this return might not be in the physical sense, especially if your divine masculine has passed. But even in that case, they return energetically, and you'll understand that you've always been one with them. This connection transcends the physical. For those whose divine masculines are still here, on Earth, when they do return, you'll be in a state of peace and alignment. At that point, their physical presence becomes less of a focus, because you recognize that you are and always have been one. You'll be in such a high, beautiful frequency that whether they come or go in the physical, the truth of your oneness remains unshaken. If you can hear those peacocks in the background, they're making quite a bit of noise. It's pretty fitting, actually, because I often talk about the divine masculine energy as being like a peacock. There's that flashy, attention-grabbing energy that can feel quite loud. It's almost amusing that they decided to chime in right at this moment. I'm not sure if the microphone caught it, but their timing feels symbolic for this topic. When I mention peacocking energy, I'm referring to those moments when the divine masculine pulls on your energy, stirring up big emotions. It's that sudden urge you might feel to reach out, to check in on them, or to see what they're up to. But divine feminine, those are precisely the moments to pause and draw that energy back to yourself, finding your center again. Remember, you hold the true power on this journey, and your role is to balance the shared energetic field. This journey goes far beyond the physical. It's an energetic dance. It's important to remember that it's the soul that does the heavy lifting here. When twin flames first meet, it's the soul that orchestrates that pull. When recognition happens, it's the soul that sees itself in the other. And when the energy intensifies, it's that shared soul frequency that creates the intensity. Those moments of reunion, when the divine masculine dips in and out, are all part of the soul's process, downloading the connection, expanding and growing through each encounter. When reunion happens, it's a soul-level experience. That's why divine feminine. It's so important to shift out of the mind and ego space. The mind and ego operate as a polarity with the soul. When you're caught up in thoughts and ego, it's hard to be fully connected to your soul. And when you're aligned with your soul, the noise of the mind and ego quiets down. Your journey is all about embracing that soul connection, aligning with your true purpose, and stepping into the person you were always meant to be. It's about living where you feel most at home, doing what brings you joy, expressing your authentic self, and embracing creativity and playfulness. This journey is a profound one, divine feminine, and it's a path that only you can shape. It all begins with you. That's why it's so crucial not to linger in the pain of the journey, but to see that those difficult moments, the dark night of the soul, the ego death, when everything feels like it's unraveling, are actually part of your rebirth. These experiences are guiding you to shed old layers and emerge as a more expansive, multi-dimensional version of yourself. You're learning how to channel light, how to move through the world with this new frequency, and how your energy touches others in a deeply transformative way. So, if you're new to my channel and just beginning your twin flame journey, you might be in that intense, all-consuming energy, hyper-focused on reconnecting with the other person. Right now, you might be thinking, I don't care about all this, just tell me how to get them back. And while this video might not be what you want to hear at this moment, it is absolutely what you need to hear, because it's the truth. Here's the reality. You won't bring that person back by staying in that frantic, obsessive energy. Why? Because that kind of energy is unbalanced and lower in vibration. This journey is about more than just reunion. It's about your own spiritual awakening. And once you're on this path, there's no turning back. The real purpose of this journey is to awaken you spiritually and remind you that you are so much more than just your mind. That's why your thoughts can become so intense during this time. It's teaching you to recognize your own divinity, Remember that incredible feeling during the initial bubble love phase when the connection felt magical and limitless? That was a taste of your own divine energy. Now, you need to find that energy within yourself to ground it and create a sense of inner calm. When you reach that balanced Zen state, that's when the energy shifts, and that's when they can return and stay in your life in a lasting way. Eventually, you'll reach a point where you feel completely free from the hold they once had over you. You'll be in your own joyful space, radiating that bubble of self-love. And you might even realize that the connection no longer fulfills you in the way it used to. Who would have thought, right? But let's get into the deeper part of this, why it's so important to align with your own divine energy. This energy is your true essence, the way you are always meant to operate, not from the ego or the mind. We've been conditioned to live through our minds, to believe that love is something we need to earn or chase outside of ourselves. What does that look like? It's believing that we have to do things to get someone to love us, writing love letters, giving grand birthday surprises, showering them with gifts on special occasions, or trying to fix everything in their life when things go wrong. Or maybe it's seeking love and validation in other places, thinking we have to prove we are worthy of love. But true divine connection doesn't work like that. It's about realizing that you are love, and that love naturally radiates from within. We've all been there, dressing a certain way to catch someone's eye, or heading into a bar and maybe having a drink, or a few, just to loosen up and feel more confident. But all of that is external, surface-level stuff. And this journey, it's going to peel back all those layers. If you're in the early stages, it might feel like you've been knocked down, tested again and again, until you find the strength to lift yourself out of that dark place. The thing is, the masculine energy shows up to awaken you, to ignite that kundalini energy, sparking a deep spiritual awakening. Now you might think, does that mean I need to become a super spiritual person? Not necessarily. It's more about finding a daily practice that helps you tap into that energy, that allows you to start aligning your mind, body, and soul. It's about bringing everything into harmony and finding your own balance. This journey challenges you to dig deep, but it's all leading you back to yourself, stronger and more in tune than ever. For many of us, the concept of the soul wasn't even on our radar. Sure, we might have known the word, but truly understanding it, experiencing it, that was a whole different story. I didn't know what it meant to embody the soul back then. I certainly do now, but in those early stages, it's easy to get stuck in the ego mind, caught up in duality, fear, and feelings of lack. Both sides of a connection can fall into this, especially after that initial bubble love phase fades and the energies seem to push away from each other. That constant urge to know what the other person is thinking, feeling, or doing, that's all driven by fear-based energy. And breaking free from that pattern is essential. It's like being thrown into a deep pit, only to discover that it's your chance to find out who you truly are. But to get there, you have to shed a lot of layers, patterns that aren't just from this lifetime, but have been carried through lifetimes. Climbing out of that pit takes time and effort. It's about finding the right mentors, diving into the right books, reconnecting with nature, and learning to meditate to calm your energy. It's about shifting out of the mind and into the body, into the soul. Slowly but surely, you start to feel that connection with your true self, beyond the ego and its fears. The more you let go of the mind's chatter and truly connect with your body and soul, the more you enter a state of presence. In this space, your energy shifts, and you become an observer. You start seeing things with awareness, without getting caught up in the mind's usual patterns. You're no longer in that mindset of, I should put on a cute outfit, snap a photo, post it online, and hope they notice. Let's be honest, many of us, especially divine feminines, have been there at some point. But here's the thing. You don't need to seek validation outside of yourself. This journey is all about turning inward. Now, let's talk about hope. I mentioned this recently on my Facebook page, saying things like, I hope one day this person comes back, carries a low vibration. What if they never return? What if they move on from this earthly plane? Do you want to live in that endless waiting game? The energy of, I hope one day I find someone to love me, keeps you in a state of longing, which isn't going to draw in that deep, divine love. That love can only come once you embody it within yourself. This is why it's so important to shift into a space of self-love and alignment. When you do that, everything changes. Divine energy doesn't chase, strive, or seek. It simply is. It settles into a magnetic state, attracting and receiving effortlessly. This energy responds to the universe with grace, coming from the soul, not reacting out of fear. It's a process to reach this state, but that's why aligning with your soul is so vital on this journey. When you're in tune with your soul, living in the present moment, you're free from fear, worry, or thoughts like, when will I see them again? Those thoughts live in the past or the future. But when you're truly present, you find peace, clarity, and a deep sense of knowing. It's not about hope. It's about unwavering faith. It's about knowing who you are, embodying your divine nature, and radiating that inner strength and calm. It's like that initial bubble love phase, but deeper, more balanced, and incredibly serene. Hope. As you know, I love to wrap up these readings with a Rumi oracle card. This deck is incredibly enlightening and uplifting, making it the perfect way to close out a reading, especially for those of you who have tuned in for the whole session. Let's move on and see what Rumi has in store for us today. We have She offers the sacred wine, so drink it. Let's read the guidebook message. Will you accept the gift that is coming to you, the offering that the sacred feminine is now bringing to you? You are being given a gift beyond your understanding. This gift is from the hand of the Divine Beloved, an offering that will take you beyond what you have known, into the next opening of your inner eye, your soul, and your heart, so that it may caress the earth with the light of heaven. You must trust what will happen, trust that you will be cared for. You must be prepared for all answers, or indeed no answers, my wise soulmates. And trust that it is according to the higher plan, no mistakes or inadequacies. Receiving this gift will be a joyous journey, letting go of resistance and restraint to life through the joy of unconditional aliveness. Click the Join button to explore the membership options and see what exciting benefits await you. By joining, you'll get exclusive perks, behind-the-scenes content, and special access to our community. It's a fantastic way to support the channel and get even more out of your experience with us. If this video resonated with you and you crave more, interact with the content, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, Magnetize Official. Share these words with anyone who might find comfort and inspiration.